Hi guys, and welcome back to Choose Good Food. So today I'm going to talk about the way cows are raised in America and how we can raise them in a way that's better for the environment, better for the cows, and better for our health. Shout out to Michael Pollan, whose book The Omnivore's Dilemma inspired this video. How we raise cows currently is called an industrialized system. And it's so unlike a farm that we don't even call it a farm anymore. We call it a contained animal feeding operation. On these modern day CAFOs, cows live in swamps of their own feces. And if you know anything about farming or gardening, you might say that it could be used by nearby farmers as fertilizer. But it can't, because nothing in this system makes sense. Partially because what we're feeding these cows is so toxic it actually makes their poop toxic. So instead, it sits in massive waste pools called lagoons until they overflow and the farmer has to spray it up into the air until it then falls down, shocker, and poisons nearby waterways as well as people living in the area who are known to have higher rates of lung problems.
We have air pollution as well as water pollution around. And we have a lot of people with asthma and some related diseases.
So what exactly are we feeding them that makes their poop toxic? Good question. Modern day cows get the luxury of the cheapest agricultural item on the market, genetically modified corn. Their feed is made up of corn flakes and is supplemented with urea, which is a synthetic nitrogen, hormones like estrogen, antibiotics, protein from other animals, alfalfa, mineral, and the fat of other cows. As we know, cows eat grass, so feeding them this other stuff ruins their health and can give them conditions like acidosis and bloat. Bloat basically means that the cow's stomach isn't able to function normally, and so gas builds up to the point of pushing up against the cow's lungs. If a hose isn't shoved down its esophagus or a hole punctured in its side, it will literally suffocate to death. Acidosis is also caused by a diet of corn, and it's basically heartburn for cows. Except it's so bad that the acid eats away at the lining of their stomachs and can give them liver disease and destroy their immune systems. But thankfully, guys, we have cow veterinarians who solve this problem by routinely administering antibiotics to every cow. Which, if you remember from one of my last videos, is what produces superbugs in humans, which have the potential to kill hundreds of thousands of people that could have normally been cured by one round of antibiotics. In Michael Pollan's book, he lays out what he learned from visiting a farm that uses a biological system of raising their animals. What they do is called rotational grazing. So rotational farms move their cows from pasture to pasture and try to replicate nature as much as possible. Let's see how it compares to the industrial system. Cows and other grazing animals have a long evolutionary history with grass. Cows help the grass by spreading and then fertilizing grass seeds with their manure, and their hoof prints create little shady pockets of exposed soil where water collects, which is actually the perfect conditions for helping new grass seeds to sprout. When a cow grazes on grass while the grass is young, the grass will shed its deepest roots, and once those die, they become food for earthworms, bacteria, and fungi, which take those and turn them into really rich, fertile soil. This process stimulates the production of new, healthy topsoil. As the grass plant heals from being cut, it regrows its roots down into this healthier soil, which ends up bringing up more nutrients to better feed the cows. Grass is able to take unhealthy levels of carbon dioxide out of the air and store it into the ground, which actually helps make the soil healthier. When grass is healthy, different types of grasses grow, which is healthier for the cows. Some grasses are higher in magnesium or potassium, and cows are instinctively drawn to the ones with the minerals that their body needs. Clovers are a special type of grass that cows love because they're high in nitrogen, which their bodies use to create protein. So remember that synthetic nitrogen used at the CAFOs? Was it urea? Turns out we don't need that when cows have access to clovers. So to review, cows on this type of farm don't have to be pumped full with antibiotics and fake nitrogen and have liver disease and all that stuff. And there's no waste on these types of farms because everything is recycled, just like it is in nature. And there are no fossil fuels burned to transport tons of unhealthy feed to cows. I'm vegan, so I am against any type of farm that routinely kills animals. But the first system I talked about is so unsustainable. It will literally destroy our planet in a matter of decades, from soil erosion, water and air pollution, and deforestation. So I highly recommend that you go vegan because about 99% of all beef sold in America comes from this type of farming. But if you can somehow find a local farm that uses rotational grazing methods, you have my very begrudging approval to give them your business. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I got for today. Fortunately, Bunbury is outside, so he will not be joining us in this end credits. But if you want to see more pictures of him and more pictures of food, check out my Instagram at ChooseGoodFood. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.